I miss Ryan. Is that really bad?
If this was the end of Line of Duty as we know it, would you feel satisfied with all 6 seasons if it was to be left here now?
I think so, because I think, and also you don't always have to know it's the end as you're watching the end. Do you know what I mean?
No.
So we could find out in 6 months that there's not going to be any more. And I think if how a lot of people have come to it late, and especially over lockdown, and people have just binged the whole thing.
Yeah.
I think when you sign up to something and you think, oh, it's 6 seasons, and you watch it and you know that's the end, it's a very satisfying end. I think even watching it without knowing that, if I rewatched it and they get in the lift together and it shows everybody in their different places, and there's still question marks over some people, question mark over Lomax. I think with Chloe, she's too information heavy. She's the one I have to concentrate the most on, because everything she says is important. Listen, write it down. There's she doesn't get any frivolous dialogue. I think she must be the best one at learning lines, because they give her so many complicated things to tell, so much information to dish out that is key. So I don't know. I think it's exactly like you said earlier on about, you just start not trusting everybody. And I think the only 3 people I definitely trusted were the key 3 figures. And I could have been wrong on those. But because you've been with them for so long, you have that trust from all the past series.
Of course.
But any new person, wronging.
Exactly. Because we're emotionally invested in those 3. Anybody else that wants to kind of pierce that bubble or fracture this relationship, wrong, suspicious, not having it. Chloe was definitely a head girl, wasn't she?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
Prefect, for sure.
Yeah. Is there anything that you wanted to see that you didn't?
I miss Ryan. Is that really bad?
No.
Because he's such a good buddy.
Yes,
he was
fantastic.
Such a good buddy. And I feel like he was just starting to be such a good buddy, and then he went. Obviously, I didn't want Kate to die. I was disappointed when we didn't get to see any more of him, because I thought he was absolutely brilliant. So,
Sarah Millican, did you want a glass box interview scene with Ryan? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Yeah, I guess so. I would have liked him to be put under pressure, because he was very much in control all the way through until his last second, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And while that's quite, that's exciting to watch, it is also a really good, when you see Jo, and, remember when we talked about Jo at the very beginning, she was unreadable, completely unreadable. And because she'd just frozen out all of her emotions, clearly. And then when she was in that scene, being interviewed, and she was in such a state and still saying no comment, but all of her comment was all over her face.
Absolutely, yeah.
And to have this horrible thing to find out about Tommy Hunter and his actual relationship to her, and all of this was so incredible, that I think I would have liked to see a similar turn of a scene with Ryan, which would have been a glass box interview, I guess.
Yeah.
Just something where you see him sort of put under pressure, because he was just in control. Every scene he was in control.
BBC Sounds. Music, radio, podcasts.